Well, hello, welcome to another episode of Bucket List Coach Web Show. Well, welcome. You've reached Bucket List Coach Web Show. Make sure that you follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Go to the subscribe button at where'scindynow.com. Comment and do a screen share because I'm actually doing a promo today. If you subscribe and comment, you will get a 3-night getaway. So make sure that you go to 3nightgiveaway.com after you subscribe. So really quickly, I am an ambassador with National Day Calendar, and today is National Superhero Day. What is your superpower, guys? Make sure to go to nationaldaycalendar.com. And of course, we are only streaming on YouTube today. So if you want to comment, make sure that you go to this video and comment. So today I have the pleasure of introducing you to Betty Ramirez. Hello, Betty. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for having me. I do appreciate that. This is exciting. So, yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So we both have passion for cars. Actually, my original favorite car was my birth year, 1965 Mustang. But my newest love is the 69 Camaro, baby. So tell us all about you, a little bit on your backstory. What do you do for a living? And tell us how you got involved in car shows.
Oh my goodness. We go way back, way back. I always had a love of cars. I was a little teenager working on my own car. I primered my car. I put my little stereo in the car. I tried putting my little speakers. I mean, when I did something like that, I thought, okay, this is a hobby. This is an awesome hobby. And I loved it. And so I kept fixing I had a Cutlass Supreme back then. And when I turned it into sort of like a show car, it wasn't a lowrider, but it had rims and it had a little donut white steering wheel. It matched the color of the car, which was white. So Cutlass Supreme, yes, I remember back then. That's when I became hooked on cars. And I always had a love of car shows or anybody that actually customized their vehicle and made it slightly different from the original. And I thought, that's a work of art. Hey, that is beautiful. I'm an artist. So that's kind of when I got hooked there. A little my background, let's see, I've always been a community person. I always was involved in radio. Back in the day, I want to say 1978, 79 is when I started at the University of Pacific, KUOP, in the Burns Tower. We broadcast at the very top of the tower. We had a transmitter at the very top. And I remember every weekend on Sundays, I would actually take a box of albums in a wooden box. I had 45s, I had albums, I had everything you can imagine when it came to oldies but goodies. I had quite the collection. So I would have to carry this box, up the stairways. Well, let's see, maybe 2 or 3. I would take the elevator and the next 2 floors, I'd have to carry my box. So I remember that. And I had some really strong arms. And even today, I still have that, that bote. And I figured, you know what? That was awesome, an awesome time because I didn't mind doing that because I always had a variety of oldies but goodies to share with the community. And this was a show that was called the Chicano Community Program. But it was titled Your. That meant it was the community's, your Chicano Community Program. So I was with them for about 7 years, volunteering my time, working it in the community and giving the people a voice with that community radio station. So I actually did that for that many years as volunteer. And I think about it, I said, wow, that's a lot. And I learned from the best, Mario Hernandez, Ponce Reese, Robert Navarro, Jimenez, and I mean, Joker. We were all there doing our thing. And I remember some of the special guests was Tito Puente, Escovedo. I mean, we had some really great musicians there. And I was just elated to be part of that. I would go to the concerts and, do my little IDs and get my interviews. That's how I started. And I just fell in love with radio. I fell in love with it. So now when I came back home, I found out that the radio was sold at the University of Pacific. The station didn't exist anymore. And I thought, how could they do that? That was the community radio station. So when I found out there was another station, community radio on the rise, They found out I had radio in me. So they recruited me, and I said, yes, if it's for the community, I will do it. So it started off with Your Chicano Community program and ended up with the name of Sabor Latino, which is today the show that I am broadcasting constant. Sabor Latino. I also do Latinos Like the Spanglish. Noticias y algo más, that means Spanish news. And I have a reporter that actually travels to Mexico and brings me back fresh news. So people are always hitting our news all the time. I mean, what used to take weeks to hit 1K, it now takes hours. So
Well,
more and more people
awesome.
really look forward to that. Yeah.
Well, I want to do a shout out really quickly. So I have my
Yes.
friend PCTV. Oh my God. You definitely got to follow PCTV
Woo!
here in Huntington Beach, Surf City. We have all these great car shows here. So make sure that you go back to YouTube and follow PCTV. And of
Wonderful.
course, my buddy Jake at Belize Tour Guide and another friend of ours from Austin, Texas.
Tejas. Oh, I'm going to have some Tejano music at our Cinco de Mayo. So I'm excited about that. Trueno Norteño. Wow.
Nice. So tell us about this event that you got coming up. It's on the 1st, right?
Yes, I have been always a little promoter when it comes to community events, and especially if it has something to do with our little holidays. And, when it's Cinco de Mayo, or when it's September, 16 de septiembre, the 16th of September, I'm always out there doing something. And so this time I was able to hook up with Weberstown Mall in Stockton, California.
Nice.
And they said, hey, come on over, be part of us, and bring us some people. I said, okay, well, we have Cinco de Mayo coming up, so let me do that. They loved the idea. We talked about bringing it in, but ended up, we're going to keep it outside, and which is okay because that lot that I have, we're going to fill that lot with cars. We have a legendary car, the Entertainer, is coming out to be part of us. And he actually puts his car like a little stilts and it rotates.
Oh,
It
wow.
rotates. It's such a show car. It's so beautiful. I call it drop jaw gorgeous because it is. And then I have this flamingo. It's I call it the flamingo because it's so beautiful. It's a 1948, excuse me, Chevy. And this is a gentleman that I kind of recruited from the Lodi city, which is next door to Stockton. And let me tell you, he calls himself the old dudes. I love the old dudes. They have quite the collection of these vintage cars, and these bombs, they're just impeccable. And so this one that he's bringing, I pick a car and I advertise and I put them all over the place. And then all of a sudden they're contacting me and say, hey, you're using my car. And then I bring them in, I reel them in, and I say, oh, okay, I didn't know it was your car, but can I still use it? And I told him I'd like to display your car because it's so beautiful. But it's got this flamingo color. It's like a peach pink, and it's just gorgeous. It's beautiful, very original. We're going to have a lot of different car clubs out there. I'm going to mention just some: New Image, New Life, Nocturnal, Mi Familia coming from Sacramento. I have some coming from the Bay Area, and I think that's the Bombers, and I'm just excited. I have some coming from Modesto. But yeah, Sacramento, I love it. I love it. Stockton, we have a lot of car shows, and well, we call them show and shines here. But there's a lot of car club people that really take it to heart because when it comes to helping the community, they're there. When it comes to helping nonprofits, they're there. And I love that about them. So any chance I get, I promote them and I put it out there and what they're all about because, for a long time, everybody would think that, they were up to no good or doing something negative. But no, we got some beautiful people that have kind-hearted individuals that really embrace the community and really are there to help out a brother, a sister, or a family. And it doesn't matter who they are. It's a family, when they're in need, in medical. Oh, thank you for putting up my little flyer. I slammed that baby because I only had like 4 weeks to put it together. And that was not enough time. I am up to 3 and 4 in the morning, make sure everything is in working order and done. But I take pride in that little flyer because it's got everyone that is going to be performing. And of course, the number one band is Mike Torres Band. Oh, they've been together for like 40 years. They are so good, so awesome. Christina is right up there with Sheila E. I kid you not with the timbales. Mike Torres Jr., he's awesome. He runs it. Marty, oh my God, he's so good on the drums. And he's the one that I've been dealing with in regards to getting him on board. Awesome, awesome family. My father used to sing with his father. I mean, music family for as long as I can remember. Beautiful family. So they're going to be playing and also running the sound system and providing the sound for all the other bands. So we have the Mike Torres band, and we have the Latin Unlimited. That's with Manolito, and that's our local band.
Wow.
They're awesome. They sound like Santana. So there's
Nice.
one bass guy. Oh, he's so good. He's so good, and he knows it too. So then I invited Blanca Sagun, which is a girl from mine. We go way back. She's a Latin soul. She has her own band. That girl, get down. So I'm going to pair her up with mariachi, and the mariachi is Rincon de Romos. And you're not going to believe this, but the lead singer is my reporter from
Oh,
Noticias y Algo
really?
Más. So
Wow.
his family
That's
is
really cool.
so talented in mariachi music. So I'm looking forward to that too. They're going to be roaming around, serenading the people while they're playing their music as a mariachi. So I can't wait for that. And then I have the Trueno Norteño, and that's the Tejano band I was telling you about. And pow, I hear that they are really good too. This is going to be my first time listening to them. And what's going to make this so unique, we're bringing up two youth, and they have no idea that I'm going to pair them up with the Mike Torres band.
Wow.
They're talented in music. They're young, and they're ready to take off. And I have opened up a platform to let the youth come up and shine, give them their hours to shine, whether if it's in music, playing an instrument, rapping, dancing, anything in the arts. They now have a little platform, and it's going to be right there at the Weberstown Mall in Stockton. And I think I'm going to do it on not 4th of July, but the 3rd. That's Saturday. So anybody out there that is talented, or you have a nephew, a niece, a son or daughter, this is their chance to shine. I'm going to have top talent today. She's going to be one of the judges. And if she likes you, guess what? She's going to give you a gig.
That's
She's going
awesome.
to hire you. And so
Yeah.
our kids have an opportunity to shine. And that's not only the San Joaquin area. And I'm talking everyone that is listening right now. You want to fly out here and have that chance? Go for it. Because I actually have people from Florida that's flying out for one of my other car shows. And that's on October the 17th at the
Okay.
99 Speedway. And I'm going to do the same thing there. I'm going to open up the platform. Usually I do that, and I get a band that wants to try for the first time. I get maybe a male singer that solos and acapellas. And I'm like, wow, okay. So again, I open that up for anybody that's willing and able to come up and show their talent. And who doesn't love that? That's another car show that I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be my 7th year. And getting everybody involved as much as I can. Crossgroupnetworking.com, they're going to be there.
That's
Yes,
awesome. Very, very cool. So we have a
yes,
few minutes left. You want to do a big plug and thank all your sponsors?
yes. And first, I wanted to say Janitzio's going to be there, folkloric, and also the Aztec dancers. And we're going to have a bunch of pop ups. So if you want to be able to come on out and present, you have an opportunity with me. 209-470-9585 is my phone. So, yes, a big shout out to Graciela. Thank you so much for coming through. You know what? She's a person to look for housing. That's definitely her up. She's awesome. Miguel Villapuda came through as well. Thank you so much, Miguel Villapuda. George Rodriguez is someone that I go way back high school. He came through big time, and he does support me every single year and all of our cultural events. So thank you, George Rodriguez, and also San Joaquin County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce came through big time. So
Nice.
thank you. Muchísimas gracias, Stockton Monument. Music therapy for veterans is going to be who's going to benefit. So that's my nonprofit that we embrace, and I'm going to be also embracing others. But for now, the Cinco de Mayo is the first one here at the Weberstown Mall in Stockton, California, off Pacific and March Lane. Get a hold of me, and let's make this happen. It's going to be such a beautiful event. This show and shine is the first time there, and we have some impeccable cars. And anybody that's out there, solo rider, driver, you're welcome to come out. You don't have to be in a car club to be part of this. Car clubs are welcome. Anybody out there that's listening, and also motorcycles as well. I'm opening that category up. We're going to have little bikes, lowrider bikes, kids, bring your bike in so that way you can have your moment to shine as well. Thank you so much, Cindy Lee. This meant so much to me. And
Oh, thank you.
kudos for what you do. Continued success. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love to support Latinas. And, you know, I love your
Woo.
background. You're a beautiful mix, girl.
Thank you. I'm going to put you in the green room and I'm going to close out this show. So just hang tight for about 30, 40 seconds and I'll meet you right back in there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, there you go, guys. Make sure that you check out the event. You could actually check it out here on YouTube. And later on today, I'm actually creating a page for Betty on Facebook. So you could share that to the masses. Whether you're in Northern California or Southern California, you definitely need to check it out. And think of 5 people every single day to express gratitude. And this is Cindy over at Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. And next on my 1:00 show, I'm actually interviewing John Smith. He is the CEO and founder of American Travel Bureau, which I am a travel agent with. So I'm so excited to have him on. And we'll see you soon.